The potato had very skeptical beginnings. It is originally from present-day Peru and Bolivia. Cultivated there, it was brought to North America and Europe centuries later during the 1800s. Potatoes evolved from the nightshade plant, which is one of the most toxic plants in the Eastern Hemisphere. It's believed that due to its odd shape and unique look, the potato was blamed for sterility, rampant sexuality, and a long list of diseases. Even the Catholic Church declared that the potato was the work of the devil. Today, potatoes are the fourth largest food crop in the entire world. They are also one of the most versatile foods on Earth. Research and selective breeding have given us over 1,000 different variations of the potato. In 2010 alone, worldwide potato production amounted to 324 million tons. Though the popularity of this food is undeniable everywhere in the U.S., there are a few states that the majority of the crop hails from. Number 1 is Idaho. With 324,000 land acres utilized, it produces 134,850 in 1,000 centum weight. Number 2 is Washington. With 165,000 land acres utilized, it produces 99,220 in 1,000 centum weight. Number 3 is Wisconsin. With 63,000 acres utilized, it produces 29,750 in 1,000 centum weight. Generally, potato farmers are usually either large-scale, heavy-duty farmers working large production, or small subsistence-like farmers catering to only local markets. The modern-day demands require equipment that costs thousands of dollars and is built up over many lifetimes of farmers. This is why there aren't many farms falling in the medium-size category. In regards to the overall sustainability of potatoes, grower surveys from 2016 to 2018 state, most growers use global positioning systems which help optimize potato plant row spacing and positioning within the row, and precisely put inputs based on need at specific locations within potato farms. GPS reduces grower time, equipment operation time, fuel use, and greenhouse gas emissions. Even though this crop is grown with much success, certain environmental conditions bring diseases. Due to warmer climates, pathogens are starting to wreak havoc earlier in the growing season, and they interfere with the schedule in fungicide programs. When there's unsettled weather patterns, there can be real detrimental effects to plants and their growth. As our planet gets warmer, the growing season gets more difficult.
Basically, blight's a fungal infection that really likes damp, humid conditions. So basically, the later in the season that you leave your potatoes, the more likely in our sort of area, in a damp climate, it likes damp, moist conditions. So from July onwards, it's always a threat.
Fennel is indigenous to the Mediterranean. Fennel seed and fennel oil are often used as flavoring agents in certain types of foods and beverages. It is known to help with heartburn, bloating, lost appetite, aids in digestive disorders, bronchitis, and can even prevent sunburns. When discussing the global distribution of fennel, Southwest Asia, Northern Africa, Southern Europe, and Iran are the most frequently brought up parts of the world. Last night, the apple tree shook and gave each lettuce a heart. 6 hard red apples broke through the greenhouse glass and landed in the middle of those ever so slightly green leaves that seem no mix of seeds and soil, but of pastels and light, and chalk X's mark our oaks that are supposed to be cut down. I've seen the neighbors frown when they look over the fence and see our espalier pear trees bowing out of shape. I did like that. They looked like candelabras against the wall, but what's the sense in swooning over pruning? I said as much to Miss Jones, and I swear she threw a cane at me and walked off. Down the street without, it has always puzzled me that people coo over bonsai trees when you can squint your eyes and shrink anything without much of a struggle. Ensued with some starlings and the strawberry nets, so after untangling the two, I took the nets off and watched birds with red beaks fly by all morning. At the window I reread your letter about how the castles you flew over made crenellated shadows on the water, and the rain barrier has overflowed and made a small swamp. I think the potatoes might turn out slightly damp. Don't worry, if there's no fog on the day you come home, I will build a bonfire so the smoke will make the cedars look the way you like them. To close, I'm sorry there won't be any salad, and I love you. My father is always in the kitchen. One night when I was little, he asked me, "What do you think the most important ingredient of this recipe is?" "Love," I answered. I always thought Dad's potato fennel soup tasted like love. The soup keeps us warm when it's cold outside. It's often eaten by the fire while watching a movie or at the end of a bad day. It's simple. It reminds me of family and Thanksgiving. It serves as a simple and stable reminder that at the end of our chaotic days, when we worry about the uncertainty of our futures, love is certain. I'm reminded of that every time I take a spoonful of potato fennel soup and lift it to my lips.